Are you ready to embark on a journey through time and space? Welcome to the Kling Connection. Join us as we explore hidden gems, off-the-beaten-path destinations, and everything in between. From nostalgic road trips to international escapades, we'll share our experiences, tips, and tricks to help you make the most of your adventures. So buckle up, pack your bags, grab your favorite snack, and let's embark on an unforgettable adventure together. Subscribe now for your daily dose of wanderlust.
Last week, we went on the airboats in Ozella, Florida, just outside of Homosassa, where we got to ride along with Billy and the dolphins and check out the canals. But this week, we are in Crystal River at the airport. We'll be riding with Crystal River Airport in a Cessna airplane. Let's do it. Good morning, Kling Connection followers.
Hello.
You want to tell them what we're up to today?
We have something fun planned. We're going to take an airplane ride over the area that we call home. It's called Homosassa. We're going to go up the coast a little bit, see what we can see. But we get an hour ride.
It's going to be neat too, because this is the first time I've ever flown personal like this. I mean, I've flown on personal jets for work, but never like just for leisure. I know Shayna has in the past when she was growing up, and she used to take airplanes to the beach.
Yeah, my uncle was a pilot, and he owned a small Cessna. He used to fly into our little local airport and pick up my brother and I and take us to the beach for like a day, and then bring us home, which was super cool. Because, we didn't have to sit in traffic and stuff. So it was neat. But it was just a little Cessna.
We're going to go and check out the airport. And we have a 9 o'clock appointment. So we'll go from there.
A few minutes later.
We just arrived at the Crystal River Airport. We're going to walk in and check in to get our ride. And we can see all sorts of cool planes off in the distance. I don't know if we'll get any video from the tarmac. We might getting onto the plane, but I don't know if we'll be able to get all the planes here. But some of them seem like there's a lot of trainers, and then there's other ones that seem like they're more corporate. So we're going to check these out, and let's get into the airport. Head in right into the front gate. Wow, pretty historic. They got some old World War II models up on the walls here. Some old cool planes, some flags. This is really neat. Captain Thomas Davis. That's who the airport is named for.
Run the flight school? How long have you been doing that?
About 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I was from New York.
Oh, okay.
New York City,
And you came down here. Were you a flight instructor up there too?
no, it's a complicated story.
Oh, it's a complicated story,
I'm
huh?
an architect.
You're an architect.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had my practice over there, God sent me here when I met this previous owner. I just fell in love with this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that story.
Yeah,
That's
I said,
great.
I can retire here and let me fly the 13.
Okay.
This is the plan.
All right.
739 Julia Bravo. Let me catch your
You know,
headset.
bravo. Okay.
So this is yours. You're gonna sit on the back?
I'm just going to sit in the front if that's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
So
Okay.
you're my co-pilot.
Yep. I'm going to be the co-pilot.
Okay.
I'm a much better driver than he is.
Sean, was that agreeable? Yes.
Now, I must admit, I was kind of nervous, as this being my first flight in a private plane, let alone a Cessna. but Captain James was amazing. Doing a little bit of a pre-trip. Taking off into the air, I was a bit nervous as I felt the wind kind of go underneath the plane, but outside of that one little drop, everything was really smooth sailing. I got to look out to the side, and Shayna really enjoyed sitting up front in the cockpit with all the instruments. We did get to meddle with the headsets quite a bit because the communication system is a little bit different. If you know anything about flying in airplanes, you know that you have to have the mouthpiece close to your mouth or your headset won't pick it up. Shayna had some issues with that, but later on during the flight, we ironed it out and were able to talk to the captain and each other with ease.
Aren't they beautiful? That I will look at the chest.
During our flight, Captain James pointed out a flock of birds that were flying in an exact V below us. I tried to get it on the camera, but it didn't come out so well. It's quite peaceful seeing the wildlife float below you, and you seem like you're just above it all, seeing the tops of the roofs of houses and boats going up and down the canals and the wildlife flying from tree to tree. They say that flying in the air is very peaceful, and I have to agree. Something about being in an aircraft above it all and just being at one with the sky is really something that you want to take home with you and enjoy. And we really did.
This is from Della. Della? Della, yeah, the waterside, everywhere.
We got to see all sorts of houses as we flew through the canal areas. We could even see where a lot of the hurricane damage from a few months ago hit the areas and destroyed the beaches and all the homes. Beach erosion was all over the place. Shayna had suggested that we maybe buy a house on the canal, but I looked at her and said, no way, not with the flooding that goes on around here. You could see off into the horizon and just see how much the area has grown over the past few years. The springs where the manatees often swim are below us, and you can see a lot of the boats going in and out. If you ever get a chance to go into the springs and go diving with the manatees, it's well worth the trip. It was very calming flying around and looking at those from overhead, an object that you never really get to see much when you're always on the ground. As the plane landed, I have to admit I was a bit nervous, but the captain landed it smooth without any problems. We came in to the airport, and I'll tell you what, it was definitely an adventure. If you get a chance, you should check out Crystal River Airport and ask for Captain Jimmy. See if he'll take you up. He's a great pilot.
What a great time we just had going up on the airplane. So we're here with our pilot, James. So James, tell us a little bit about flying and how you got into it, and tell us a little bit about the airport and how anyone can come and take a ride with you.
Oh, yes, thank you. I get into the fly in year 2000 when I first took a discovery flight like you did. And for the first time, I bought into a small plane. And the pilot took me to New York City and saw the skyline, and I just blew it away.
Yeah.
And from that point, I started taking flight lessons and become a pilot, become a commercial pilot, become a flight instructor. And 8 years ago, I happened to be lucky enough to find this airport and met the previous owner, and I moved to this community. Mm-hmm. And this county had beautiful natural scenic views, the coastline and the river, the bay. It's really nice to have a chance to see from the sky. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I hope I did a good landing today.
That's wonderful. Yes, we got to see all the things that James was just telling us about, the scenic area, the beautiful coastline. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to get a chance to come up with James and do an hour-long tour like we just did, check out Crystal River Airport. It was super easy. We booked it. We did it. It was wonderful. We had an awesome time. Thank you again, James, for taking us today.
Thank you.
Check us out on the Kling Connection. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.